Are headaches making it hard for you to lift weights, concentrate, perform your hobbies or your job? If so, stick around because we're going to share with you 3 exercises that you can perform in 5 minutes to relieve those nagging headaches and get you back to performing without limits. The issue we see with most videos is that the exercises are very low level and they might help you with short-term relief, but might not be the best to help people who are very active or have high physical work demands. I've said it before, but strength is your greatest defense against pain and dysfunction. Now, before we get to the exercises, it's crucial that we briefly explain what these headaches are so that you can be confident that these exercises are right for you. So first, here are 3 important characteristics of a cervicogenic headache. Number 1, cervicogenic headaches have a fairly typical presentation. This includes tension in the neck with aching or pain up the back or side of the head. It usually travels into the face and behind the eye. They're usually just one-sided, but sometimes they can affect both sides of the neck and head. Most people usually don't even realize that the neck tension and the headaches are related, especially if they've been going on for a while. Keep in mind, these headaches can be in either one or all of these places at any given point in time and can sometimes move around. Number 2, you might also notice some sort of motion loss. Usually rotation of the neck is most limited and may even bring on your headache, especially if performed rapidly. And number 3, these headaches usually occur when load or stress is placed on the neck, and it doesn't have to be a lot. This can be from prolonged sitting, especially at a computer, overhead weightlifting, or sudden and rapid movements. A lot of times, there's not a headache in the morning, but it comes on and worsens throughout the day. So why do these headaches start in the first place? They're usually a product of muscle weakness and imbalance leading to overload. They can also be caused by muscle strains, car accidents, falls, or other neck trauma. We have several layers of muscles in the front and the back of the neck. Some are meant to support our posture while others act as prime movers of the head and neck. When there's an imbalance, the muscles that should support and stabilize end up taking on extra roles that they just aren't built for. And over time, this overload begins to irritate the nerves that supply the head and face, and boom. So naturally, the equation for resolving these headaches is to take the demand off of the smaller muscles in the back of the neck. They should only be focused on fine-tuning our movements. We do that by strengthening the muscles in the front of the neck and the mid-back. So let's show you how. Here are 3 basic exercises for strength and range of motion to ease your headaches in the next 5 minutes. The first is a very simple chin tuck. The goal to create a gentle stretch on the stabilizing muscles that cause your headaches and facilitate mobility in the neck. You can do this either sitting, standing, or laying on your back. It's easiest to learn with your head against a flat surface, but if you can master it while you're upright, it will allow for greater functional use. Here are the 5 steps. First, put yourself in an upright position. Next, draw your head back, almost as if you're pulling away from a bad smell. Third, nod your head down, but be careful not to look down. You should be able to see straight ahead. This will apply a stretch to the base of the skull, and you might feel some work in the front of the neck. Fourth, either hold here for 3 to 5 seconds, or just enter and exit. Let your body be the guide. And finally, repeat this about 20 times. You might reproduce your headache, and this is okay. As long as it doesn't become extreme, you should notice an overall reduction in headache symptoms as you continue. Quick note, be sure that you're not experiencing any dizziness, double vision, nausea. If you are, it's highly recommended that you seek a medical provider quickly, as there could be something more severe going on that shares the symptoms of a cervicogenic headache. The second exercise is a rotation mobilization. The goal here is to improve the mobility of the upper neck and relax the surrounding muscles. You'll need a strap or a pillowcase or something of the sort. Here are the 5 steps. First, place the strap behind your neck, like so. Next, grab both sides of the strap with the arm on the opposite side. Whichever arm is on top is the direction your head will be going. We'll call this the lead arm. The other arm is just an anchor, so keep that guy locked in. Third, sit up tall and take your lead arm and bring that strap up into the side of your head, above your ear. Fourth, gently pull your lead arm across your body, letting your head move freely with the strap. Go until you get to the point of stiffness and maybe a little past that. Finally, hold for 3 to 5 seconds and repeat about 20 times. Same as before, watch out for any of the red flags that we mentioned, and it might be a little more crucial with this one. The third exercise is a prone Y. A lot of times with overhead lifting, people compensate by using their upper trapezius and neck muscles to bear most of the load. This almost always brings on these headaches. So the goal here is to strengthen the muscles of the mid-back that are responsible for posture and to shore up overhead lifting technique. Strength here will ultimately help reduce load on the neck, and technique will help you in the later phases of recovery. No equipment needed for this one, but we'll give you 2 progressions at the end, and for one of them, you'll need some sort of long resistance band. Here are the 4 steps. First, lay flat on your stomach on a solid surface, a floor, a bed, or even a massage table. Next, place your arms up and out like a Y. Third, slightly lift your arms by squeezing those shoulder blades tight. And finally, hold for about 5 seconds, and then rest your arms back on the floor. Repeat this about 20 times. You should feel this right between your shoulder blades. The upper shoulders should not be the thing working the hardest. If you feel like you're ready to make this more challenging and mimic dynamic overhead movements, you can add a press. Here are the 5 steps. The first is the same. Lay flat on your stomach on a solid surface. Next, place your arms out to the side like you're making a field goal post. Third, apply that lovely chin tuck that you just learned. Hold that. Fourth, slightly lift your arms by squeezing those shoulder blades and press your arms overhead. Focus on letting the shoulder blades do the work and try to end in that nice Y position. Fifth, work through 15 to 20 reps and perform 3 sets of that with short rest in between sets. You should feel this right between your shoulder blades. If this is too difficult or brings on your symptoms, you may have to focus on the base variation for a few days before you can come back and try it again. No big deal. It's not a race, and motor control takes time. For those of you who can do this with ease, we promised another progression. So here are the 5 steps for a more advanced Y press. First, place a strap in the door about waist high. Next, grab the strap about hip width apart or wider. Third, chin tuck it. Fourth, press your arms up and somewhat back. The key here is that your arms don't find their way in front of your head. Finally, tackle 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps as able. With these basic exercises, you should notice a positive change within a few days, maybe immediately. But remember, it can take a few weeks for true muscular changes to occur, so don't stop working just because your headaches are gone. Now, if you lift weights, especially overhead, these exercises probably aren't enough for you to be 100% and ready to get back to high load. After this, I would usually recommend a Z press or a SATS press progression. We'll get to that in another video. The key here is low progression and sound technique. So, there you have it. 3 exercises to help you reduce your headaches 5 minutes at a time. If this content was helpful, or if you just like the smooth music you hear in the background, please hit that subscribe button, tap the bell to stay up to date, and share with all of your friends and family so that we can keep pushing content for you. Let's go.